Good morning, good morning. It's great to stay up late. Good morning to you.
You are now listening to the Sunday Morning Breakfast Radio Show.
Good morning. It's the Sunday morning. It's the Sunday morning breakfast radio show. Live on Facebook Live and YouTube. The number to call in 516-900-2278. We are the Weekend Review Show. We do this every Sunday from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. on Facebook and YouTube. All right, are you all set now, Krista?
No, you're a jerk. I'm not setting. You knew I wasn't setting. You started the music.
Yo, you're like, no! Wait! Anyway, so
Voice is not here yet.
Voice is not here yet. Okay, well we've been used to that. Bino is not here, so big shout out to him. He is out in Vegas at the moment, enjoying that Vegas heat. I don't know if he gambles or anything like that, but
I don't know if he gambles.
I don't think he's a gambler. I don't. He doesn't strike me.
He doesn't strike me as a gambler.
Yeah, he doesn't strike me as a gambler. I don't think he does that. Anyway, so he is not here, but Voice will be here soon. But we have Crystal. Crystal is here and still getting prepared.
I was on time.
Yes, so big kudos to you. So you took the responsibility of buying me breakfast, which I really appreciated.
I did.
Thank you for that.
And you didn't choke. Look at that.
We were getting along. We were definitely getting along. But no, I appreciate that. And you got here like an hour before the show was supposed to start. So this is quite impressive. The simple fact that we have about 2 more shows left and you now decide to show up on time.
With breakfast. You know, look, things can change. We're going to have a commercial break so I can really because I don't know how I was here an hour before and I'm still not ready.
You're still not prepared.
I have my headphones.
Good job.
Mind you, we have like 2 more shows and I'm not here next week.
No, we have 2
more shows. So we have
yeah.
next week and the week after. I'm not here next week, so I'm going to be here for the finale.
If
womp, womp,
this is like representative of like the show in general, like it's just crumbling.
We just can't get it together.
One person's not here.
Late.
One person can't get here on time.
I was just yelling at Voice. Look, like I had the nerve because I'm never on time. I'm like, you should really be here in time.
And I'm there he is at the door.
You think that's him at the door? You want me to get it?
Yeah, can you get it? And it's funny because it's like, yeah, you're bad. You're killing him. And I'm listening in. I'm like, wait a minute. This is Crystal telling him to be on time? So thank you, everybody, for joining us. Yeah, we do have 2 more shows left. It has been a – is this – my fault. I just hit the Voice with the door. Yeah, so
we just can't get it together.
We cannot get it together whatsoever.
I came to work because I had to be here so early with like conditioner in my hair. Like it's just like we're here though. We're here.
We're here. You know what I mean? Wow. We're here. And we miss Bino.
Okay. Bino don't miss us.
No, he's having a good time.
With his pajamas and his Timbs on.
What are you? What is this perfume that you're wearing? I mean, this cologne that you're wearing, sir, or whatever you want to call it.
You talking me?
Yeah, you.
The same thing.
We mean the same. It
smells like incense.
Yeah, it smells a little.
Oh, you know, it's probably my hair. Because I got my hair done.
Oh my God. So do you get it done with the same scent?
No. I use peppermint and a couple other things.
It'll be an interesting show.
Who does your hair?
I actually used to do it. Danielle does it now.
Danielle does your hair now.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, I put her on.
All right, dope, man. So
let
me
ask you a question. So does it in a professional chair? Do you get like a pillow back in the day and sit between the legs?
Yeah, you can have a professional dryer and everything like that too. Professional dryer and everything.
Oh, you got a professional dryer
too?
Oh,
yeah, absolutely.
Professional dryer.
Yeah.
You bought that?
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Used or new?
No, brand new.
Yo, this guy's.
You are really.
I don't know.
No, this is business.
I don't know.
We have clients coming in getting their hair done. And
I don't know what's going on.
Oh, so you have a professional chair then?
No, we don't have a professional chair. We didn't get that far yet.
They have aspirations to get there.
Morning, Trinity Man.
Yes, let's say good morning to the thread. Yes, so
good morning.
So 2 more shows.
Yes.
I don't know how everybody feels about it.
We already got the hate mail.
Oh, it's all right. They'll be all right. Look, people have been asking why and what's the. Here's the deal, and I guess it's like fine that we talk about it.
Can I say why? I'm motherfucking tired. I'm tired.
That's what it is.
That's not what it is.
It's not what it is. But I'm like I was just saying, like I'm gonna miss you guys, but I work 7 days a week.
Yeah.
Well, let me ask this question.
Hard work.
Let me ask this question. After the last show, do you think we will ever see each other?
Yes, absolutely. So let me ask you a question.
At a baby shower, you know what I'm saying? Like in
Baby
the
shower,
supermarket.
no.
Like, how have you been doing these days? What's going on with you?
Where are they now?
How's the family? 5 years later, preacher's gonna be mad as hell. You know?
I'm in rehab. I haven't been able to get my life together since.
So good question. Now, let's say, for example, money starts ringing in from the old episodes, right?
Oh my God!
And they sponsor us.
Money. You would drag us back in here. You would literally.
Goddamn right.
You would literally spend the money for a toll to come get me to drag me back in here.
Goddamn right.
You
Absolutely.
might even buy me something from Target.
I probably buy you some Target. No, actually, I'll go up Banana Republic.
The older, so somebody out there is gonna be like, hey. I feel like looking at some old episodes.
Why Cheap Central? Nobody is pregnant unless somebody. Who's pregnant? What are you talking about?
Crystal, we're looking at you.
I'm good.
No, don't look at me.
Okay.
Oh, hello. I got
You are
vacation.
glowing.
Oh yeah, you're glowing. Yeah.
You know what?
And you know
what? It's great facial products. I went to Sephora. I got some
products,
really
huh?
great facial products. Yes.
Great
You know what I'm saying?
facial products, she says, sir. Okay.
Yo, pause.
Okay.
Chill. Hold up, chill. But
I
yeah.
think my
Products,
parents
I'm
listen
used
to
to
this.
Oh yeah. We don't need to go there.
Relax.
All right,
They don't know
but yeah,
the
just to give a synopsis on why. Listen, it's just that I think for me personally, it's just that time. I think we've been doing this for what 4 years now, and
Only a year and a half for me. Well, almost 2.
2 years.
November would have been
Yeah.
2 years
you
for
too.
me.
Yeah. And we've had some great shows. We have had a great time.
Absolutely.
But it also gets to the point when you gotta start asking yourself, all right, what's next? And I don't think this will be the last thing we ever do. I think
Not at all.
No, I don't think so.
down the line we could actually come up with some like pre-production stuff, so we don't have to worry about being live and making sure everybody gets here on time. But
He's talking to us, by the way.
Yeah, pretty much.
oh hell yeah. No, but in all seriousness, like we'll probably work on some other projects down the road.
Absolutely.
I know me and Crystal got something going on with the
Yeah.
whole fashion stuff, so we'll see if we get that
Fashion.
popping.
We're gonna
And-
talk about that today.
And then,
We definitely will, yeah.
people forget though, like I've known Bino, I've known Voice since we were in high school. So
Right, and I've
Since
known,
before your voice was this way.
yeah, right.
Hey guys, it's so funny because I've known Bino since I was 8, and
Yeah.
I've known you since I was 13,
Yeah.
14.
Yeah.
Yeah, a long time. They
Yeah,
used to be in
so
my house.
This is not like we're not beefing. There's no. I want to
No,
break that clear.
no,
like
no,
we're
no,
not
no.
beefing. It isn't
Yeah,
like
we're civil
I can't.
people.
Yeah, we can't stand each other. It's just I think we just.
Well,
got
no,
to
we
the
really
point.
can, but that's
No,
not,
no.
there's no that's really not why. Like, yeah, we
No,
like throw
no.
stuff at each other during the break. There's no breaks anymore, but before when it was wrong, let me
That's
tell
another
you.
good point. Yeah, so and we're always we'll see each other. And there's other stuff that like I would like to do that other endeavors that I'd like to pursue. And Sunday mornings are really becoming like, man, I wish I could get some sleep right now.
Yeah.
Bro.
Absolutely.
Like we work 6-7 days a week here.
Yeah.
All of us do.
All of us do.
So and it takes a toll. Like we just end up being tired from time to time, and it's like,
And we getting old people.
and I like
Gracie card is starting to come out.
like, and also like we have kids and we have families, and I would like to lay down and chill with my son and play Minecraft all day, and chill out for a day, and just have
Right,
that time
one
with them.
day, right, one day, like
Or just for a few hours or whatever. But
Yeah,
just
definitely.
to have that time with them. So,
I need to
they're
get back
gonna
into my
hold me
blog-
to that too.
Yeah, I need to get back into my blogging. Like, there's a lot of stuff that Sundays
right,
held for
right,
me.
right.
So
So-
it's definitely nothing personal, but
Yeah.
we definitely need to.
Yeah. And it's listen, guys, it's none of your faults. It's none of your faults.
Well, Bino just signed in. Good morning, Bino. from
Bino.
Bino.
Yeah, Bino.
It's
Let
like
us-
7:15 there. You didn't get any sleep. You didn't have.
No,
like,
well,
a
No,
long-
he's campaigning.
He's still on New York time right now,
Yeah.
so he's probably he probably woke up at like 5 a.m.
Right.
Yeah, because it's yeah.
He's
pretty
Bino,
much.
I bought breakfast this morning, and let me tell you, I didn't do cookies. I did hood sandwiches. Okay.
Oh yeah, she
Turkey,
did.
cheese,
On a roll.
everything on it, on a
Mayonnaise,
roll. You know
all
what I'm
that.
saying? Like, we went from Poland Spring Water to Smart Water. Okay?
Oh yeah, she ain't lying.
Everybody upgrading today, huh?
It's not,
Shoot, I'm spending money. You buying expensive
You know what I'm
water?
saying?
Yeah, man. Yeah. So yeah, like yeah. So we'll be doing other stuff, but I don't know if you guys have anything else more to say about it. We'll try to have like this big reunion type of situation. I don't know if we
Yeah.
could do our last show for 2 hours. Maybe we'll stretch it to 3.
I think that'll
Cool.
be dope because today is the season
Finale
finale
of
of Power, so we're gonna have a
Yeah.
little more time. If you guys stick with us, we would love to. I would love to do 3 hours in the last time.
Yeah. I'm with that.
Yeah. So that'd be dope. All right, man. Let's get to the top 5 stories of the week.
This is the top 5 stories of the week. number 1.
All right, so it seems like people in the Trump administration have decided to basically turn their back on him. So an individual who has not been identified as of yet basically wrote an op-ed on the New York Times, essentially saying, we do not agree with this president. There are certain things that that has gone on in this White House we do not agree with. We've even thought about using our rights for the 25th Amendment. Please believe that, you know, we are trying to save the American people from this man, no matter what the belief is that he portrays, essentially. And so there have been a lot of speculation of who it might be or who might have wrote the op-ed. But I think this is damning when you have a person, excuse me. It sounded like it was a person who was representing a group of people.
Yes.
You know, it wasn't just, I'm feeling this way because I'm feeling it. It felt like, no, we all collectively feel this way about this man. And, you know, understand that we see what you see and we don't like it either.
Listen, it would have been so dope if it was a VP, if it was Mike Pence. That
Right.
wrote
He's
that.
denying it.
Everybody's denying it.
Here's the thing, though. He's like very quiet, and you see he's been keeping his
I'm telling you,
distance.
if it's Pence that wrote that, first of all, Pence is no better. Like,
No, he's not.
Let's not. He's probably worse than the president, which a lot of people don't realize.
Right.
But if it's Pence that wrote that, your right hand man is saying that you are essentially like they take things
Like a
off
Bush
your
and Cheney
desk.
all over again.
They
Yeah.
take things off your desk for national security
Yo.
purposes. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
You're the
Yeah.
president of the United States, and their biggest threat is you.
Yeah.
Yes. So what about this book that's being written about?
Yes.
So they're saying that the author of this book is Woodward. Yes, he's a credible journalist.
Yeah, well, he did.
Has a lot of sources.
He was the guy behind the Nixon impeachment, Woodward and Bernstein.
Exactly, from the Watergate situation that was going on. So now the president, there was a call that the president had that Woodward was recording.
Yeah.
And the president was talking about the fact that he wasn't, well, he never got the message that he wanted to have an interview with him.
He just like, you ever hear him speak? He sounds like he's a 5-year-old.
In the book it says it.
Right. But
Listen, okay, all right, bad, very bad, great,
Bad.
great. Like when I say great, I mean great. Like,
Greater than you ever
that's-
seen.
Right, that's the only thing you ever hear from him. There's nothing of substance. Okay, all right, okay. Like,
Yeah.
when have you ever, even Bush did not, didn't sound like this.
Yeah. So the Republican Party seems to be a party now of the financial system rather than the people,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
Which
Yes.
is what we always thought before anyway.
But now that it's becoming more apparent, I'm trying to figure out exactly now, are Democratic people going to now get up off their ass and vote?
It doesn't look like that so far.
Well, here's the thing. I mean, this is based on the fact, and I asked this question a few weeks ago. This is an election, a midterm election, based on, okay, well, are you happy with the quick cash in your pocket and the social? We've reversed socially, essentially, as far as progress is concerned. Are you more concerned with that and the well-being of human beings, or you're just happy to have more money in your pocket at the moment?
Listen, I don't care what anybody tells me. Once everyone gets their tax returns next year, you guys are going to regret even seeing that little $100, $200, $300 in your paycheck.
Yeah.
Because I guarantee you 90% of these people are going to have to owe.
But that's the thing. I mean, it's the whole idea like, well, I'm getting more money in my check right now. It may be a few dollars here and there, but people will point to that and say, well, this is why we elected this man. When in reality, like you mentioned, I've been told by a credible source who's very familiar with the economy, who's very familiar with the stock market. He says, expect a recession in 2 years.
Absolutely.
It's bound to. First off, it has to happen because everything is cyclical, so it just happens that way. And secondly, like the banks are still kind of doing the same things, not as bad or as egregious as it was prior, but they're still hedging their bets pretty much.
Can you imagine? A recession's supposed to really happen every like 50 years or something, right? So remember the last one happened like 2008, 2009?
Right.
It's only 10 years ago that happened.
Right.
Because of this man, it's going to go from every 50
accelerate.
to about 12 years.
Right.
I remember at one time when the recession was really bad, like late 2008, early 2009.
Right.
In the middle of the day, because everyone was laid off, the trains were full. because people were just doing whatever.
That
you know
was
what I mean?
well. That
early
was
in the morning. It was empty.
that was more of a crash. That wasn't necessarily.
Yeah, yo,
that wasn't a recession. That was as bad.
That was
the
bad.
recessions happen actually quite often. Like I think the last a few recession happened like around 2001, 2002.
Yes.
Not as bad as
not as bad. But I mean,
what's coming?
Yeah.
2008 was just that was a shitstorm. That
Yeah.
was. I mean,
which he tries to blame on Obama, but it was Bush.
no,
that
it was
caused that.
this was something that preceded that
Yeah.
administration. This was years and years in the building. And if I encourage everybody to go watch a movie called The Big Short, where it basically explains everything that happened and the people who pretty much predicted it and nobody listened to. But no, I mean listen. Right now, people are trying to rally up the troops. You see President Obama out campaigning himself.
Yeah.
He
Talking
gave his
amazing
first
speech.
speech.
Amazing speech.
Amazing.
Finally,
speech.
like letting it be known, like, listen, how hard is it for you to say Nazis are bad, fam?
Yeah.
How difficult is that?
How difficult is that?
Correct.
How difficult is
He's
that?
even asking what the hell happened to the Republican Party.
It's true.
They've
He
gone.
should really be. He
they've
should
gotten
ask
what
what
they
the hell
wanted,
happened to
though.
the Democratic Party
yes,
too.
and they got in the fear of this man because they don't want to lose their seats. They don't want to lose the popularity. They don't want to lose in the polls. They don't want to lose the money they have.
No, but you gotta understand, they got their Supreme Court.
They're gonna get Kavanaugh.
They're gonna get
Kavanaugh.
Kavanaugh.
No.
Let me tell
Right.
you something. Kavanaugh, I was watching the proceedings for
Yeah,
him.
so was I. Yes.
I am so proud of Cory Booker. Cory Booker was like, listen, I'm telling you right now, I'm about to mess stuff up. You could kick me out or not. And all of them stood behind him when they did it. You don't see things like this nowadays.
Right.
Like, you don't see it. Cory Booker and Kamala Harris are the ones that you really need to look out for.
Yes.
Right.
You really need to look out for those two. And they're black. Like,
Yes.
I like how she said
Yeah,
this.
they are.
And they're black.
Questions they were asking.
They're
were,
Negroes. So listen, like it's all contingent on the midterms. I don't think anything like this, with this whole op-ed that was released, it doesn't affect his base whatsoever. They don't
They even
care.
said it. They even said exactly. They're not. People in South Carolina are not looking at the New York
There's
Times.
nothing that's
No.
going to change
You know
your
what I'm saying?
mind.
Lindsey
It
Graham said-
doesn't
they don't.
matter.
He was just speaking at a conference or whatever, and these people were acting like they were seeing like it was
They
like
love him.
Oh God.
not even who was it that just performed at Grand Central Station? It was a secret concert. One of the Beatles. One of
Oh,
the
Paul
Beatles.
McCartney.
Oh yes, yes.
It was
right.
like
They
a
was
Paul
all over it.
McCartney
Yeah, it
concert.
was.
Like
Right.
people was like falling out. I'm
Yeah.
like, you have to be kidding me. Like
It's-
you do not see what he's doing. He's destroying the United States of America.
Well, people love
He's
him.
a powerful man of manipulation. That's the problem.
He's a sales guy, but the
He's
thing
a
is,
salesman.
New Yorkers have always known that. All right, let's get to number 2.
Number 2.
So, Colin Kaepernick, past couple weeks, since we were in here last week, so he was named one of the spokesmen for the 30th anniversary Just Do It campaign.
Listen, we need to give
based
that
on
man a
Nike.
round of applause.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
absolutely.
You gotta give it a shout out.
Absolutely.
You gotta that first off, a couple things. All right, the idea, like, look, at the end of the day, Nike is a business. All right,
They're not stupid.
And
They're very
anytime
smart
you open
business.
up a business, your main objective is to make money. That's so. I'm not losing the fact that they probably looked at it strategically and said, he'll increase
Of
revenue.
course.
Oh yeah.
We'll take a short loss in the beginning, but we'll get more in the long term.
And their what is it? Their stock up 31%.
Yeah, they
Well,
went down and it went.
Their online sales
Skyrocketed.
Yeah.
skyrocketed by 31%.
People waited for their payday and then they came back. They came back swinging. Okay, I can't buy it today,
Yes.
but when Friday comes, don't worry about it.
But
I got you, Nike.
So here's the thing, yo. So I'm glad you mentioned that because a lot of people that next Monday they were going to pay attention to Nike stocks and it had gone down. But mind you, Adidas
Only 4%.
Yeah, but Adidas went down, Under Armour went down. So it just happens. But it's great news to hear that online sales were through the roof and up 31%. I'm glad it's funny how people are upset about this and they're burning their Nike apparel
and burning their skin
that
while
they
they do
already,
it.
while you already bought it, you bought the product, you
You're
idiot.
burning your stuff. Just give it away to a homeless shelter if you don't want to wear it. Somebody's gonna wear it.
Here's the craziest thing: the balls that Nike has to do this. Mind you, they sponsor the NFL's jerseys.
Yes, they
Mm-hmm.
do.
They're the brand for the NFL's jerseys. All teams.
They put him in a tough position. I'm telling you, it was a smart.
But
shot.
They
you know what?
forced
If you
the
don't
NFL.
stand for something, you're gonna fall for anything.
Yeah.
Thank God Nike did that.
But what's crazy, you had the NFL then release a statement saying, we have to acknowledge what Colin Kaepernick did.
Oh,
and
That's
thank
what
him.
I'm saying. He put him in a tough
Really?
position. Yes.
And we bringing up a social issue that we need to all pay attention to. Wait, where was this statement?
After 2 years, it had
Where
to be
the
like 2 years.
hell was this statement 2 years ago?
Right.
Nike has become a powerful company.
But
to the
that's
point
what
that the
happens
NFL
with,
had to
and I
fall
always
back.
tell people, lay low until you're
Yep.
sure what move you're gonna make, and then make the move. Don't talk about it. Don't do it. Literally, it was a secret, and then Nike dropped it, and everybody was like, "Oh,
It was a wrap.
shit, yeah, right, it was a wrap."
And here's the thing about this, and they're gonna be paying Colin Kaepernick, which they should. But I'm confident because he's proven it already. I'm pretty sure some of that money he's gonna give back to the people.
Absolutely,
I've
Of
already
course,
seen
yeah,
it.
he's
He's already done it before.
Absolutely.
He
Yeah.
gave away $1 million.
Listen,
Yes.
he's a modern day Muhammad Ali.
Yeah.
Like, let's be
That's tough.
very,
I don't. I know.
it's
I know
not
people are making.
tough.
All right, I'll let
It's
you
not
finish.
tough.
They've been, yeah.
They're gonna,
it's been controversial comparison.
it's gonna be controversial, but he's done more for the underprivileged and than a lot of people who have done combined.
Yeah.
Well, look. I mean, when you look at Muhammad Ali, and what he did was immense. Immense. A man could have went to
I mean,
jail.
paved the way.
Yeah.
Like Colin Kaepernick just lost money, whereas Muhammad Ali lost money and he could have lost his freedom. Like he could have been locked up.
Correct, but we're comparing
Exactly.
2
The cause,
years.
yeah,
exactly.
No,
The
not even
time.
year- we're
The
doing
time,
the time
yeah.
because we're comparing 2 years to like a whole span of Muhammad Ali.
Yeah.
Give Colin Kaepernick another 5, 10, 15, 20
He's gonna
years.
revolutionize
I'm
something else.
telling you.
Yeah.
Exactly. He's going to be somebody that his name is going to go down in the not that
It's
it
gonna ring
hasn't
bells.
already, but his name is definitely going to ring bells. Like he's definitely going to be one of the ones that like, no, this center is named after you and this monument and blah 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 blah
Right.
because he's doing something that people were not brave enough to do. And funny enough, I was speaking to one of my very best friends. Do you know she didn't know until 5 days ago that Colin Kaepernick was raised by white,
Yes,
like a white
absolutely.
mother and a
Yeah,
white
a lot
father?
of people.
But like
It's
people
not like-
people like to use that to deter the
Right.
cause.
Yeah.
Like what does that have to do anything with
Has
it?
nothing.
But meaning like he didn't grow up with the quote unquote struggle. Do you see what I'm saying to you?
Right,
Like it
right.
wasn't like this is something that he started paying attention to in his adult years and made a change.
Right.
So-
like that's amazing to me.
Stupid question. What are the chances that he's going to come play for the NFL again?
No, never. He's never. No, he's
I
definitely.
think it's beyond the NFL
Yeah,
now.
he's not coming back.
I know.
No, he's not coming back.
And
Why?
I know
They
people have
offer him a
said that
deal.
he still wants to play. Like he loves to play the game.
It's
Create his own league.
love.
And
Creative.
he's still in great shape, but I'm sorry, like when you're suing the company,
Yeah.
you kind
Go to XFL.
Right.
Go to
Or
XFL,
the
Vince
bar's
McMahon.
gonna fall on your head.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
nah.
nah.
You
Don't-
can't even
don't-
take that risk. But like I said before, we had this conversation maybe like a year ago, and it's something that I stand by 365 days later. There's so many black players that if every one of those players put $1 million in and started something of their own, what it could turn into is something amazing.
They can start building their own teams.
Yes,
Create their own league.
absolutely.
Yeah,
Or help
What's the percentage
Vince
of
McMahon
black
with the
people in the
XFL.
NFL?
it's like 80%.
Yeah, 8%. Yeah.
Yeah.
Why can't we stick up and do something together? Why? It's power in numbers.
Well,
if
yeah.
we take away the numbers, they're not going to have anything.
I mean, well, first off, they're gonna probably shut down in 2 years just because they need to renegotiate their labor deal.
Yeah, that's right.
Which is that's been pretty much forecasted. So they have to still hold on to their money now because they don't know if they'll be working in the next couple of years. 1, 2, I think you're gonna start seeing that. I mean, I think across the whole, I don't want to say black culture, but I think we finally have realized, and you've seen it trending
Here we go with
everywhere.
this woke thing now.
No, it's not woke. It's
Okay.
just like,
Not
yo,
woke, but it's definitely.
I think we've all figured out, like, yo, we know our dollar really moves weight, without a
Hello?
doubt.
Correct.
Let me read some of these comments because
Yeah.
Bino's not here. He would have done stopped us.
Yes.
It said it. It says.
Whoa, hey, hey.
Zig says
Whoa.
they made their bed. Time for them to lay in it. Zig again says time to go buy some Nike gear.
Yo.
He's talking about the
Zig
XFL.
says XS. I don't know what the XFL
XFL is
or
a
the
program
CFL.
with Vince McMahon from
Yes.
the WWE who's trying to again create a failed project that happened years ago.
Right. See, Zig says instead of burning it, why don't they donate it to the veterans that they present to care about? Exactly. Like if that's the case, don't burn your gear. Give it to somebody if you don't want to wear it, give it to a
There are
homeless
plenty of
shelter.
those. Absolutely.
Yeah.
There are plenty of homeless veterans out there who could use some socks.
So
Yeah.
what's next for Cap?
Well, I think it's now he can just build on a cause and really, like that $1 million that he did raise, he can raise even more. He can still distribute the money to causes that can really affect people and really change things around. And I don't think he'll ever play again in the NFL. But look, man, he is becoming everybody. People keep knocking him. The Jason Whitlocks of the world. You just keep feeding the fire. You just keep feeding it.
And sometimes people have to understand that their cause is bigger than themselves, meaning the NFL might have been a gateway for him to get seen by the public, but now your cause is bigger than the NFL.
And it's funny because people are knocking it, and it did exactly what it intended to do.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And then obviously,
played right into it.
And we thought that people, remember in the bitter beginning, we thought people were going to forget about Kaepernick.
The agenda was hijacked, but the idea that, this was about the military, where it was a military person who told him to kneel. Which was the most respectful way of protesting, and protesting is not respectful. It's not meant to be respectful. It's not meant to make you feel comfortable.
I got a supporter asking a question. What is the end game between Nike and Kaepernick?
Well, listen, guess what? Whether they start developing miniature leagues for the youth, or getting them into football camps, or affordable ones at that. Because let's be real, I think it's more putting money back into the community. So that 31% that you'll see, that Nike will see on their bottom line, they need to then, which is our responsibility, to now hold Nike responsible and saying, and I'm pretty sure Cap will be in their ear, hopefully, and saying, look, all right, let's give it back to the people. Let's build some centers. Let's help out these. You see LeBron James opening up schools.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's do more of that.
Another powerful man.
So, or let's start giving out loans to some of these people.
Listen, he actually, speaking about LeBron actually just promoted a sneaker for women by women, and one of the women who was made the sneaker, I actually know. I'm very proud of her.
Nice.
I'm very proud of her, and the sneaker sold out. Like, these are the things, like, black dollars matter, and I don't know why people forgot. Like, back in the day, we used to let people treat us bad and still go to the same supermarket.
Right.
We do not need to do that anymore. Like, we don't, if you don't respect this dollar and you do not respect me, and I'm being respectful to you, I can take my little money and keep it schmoozing.
Yep.
Like, respect
and you
the
are going
dollar.
to feel it, especially with the power of social media, especially the power of
The internet is so undefeated.
Recommendations don't go here because they did block. These are the things that you need to use. Like, don't only let white people use Yelp. You use Yelp, okay? If you don't like something, you say you don't like it.
All right, let's get to number three. So it is now 10:31 right now. I think the Aretha funeral is still going on. Jesus effing Christ!
Don't do it. I was watching it from my hotel room.
Listen. So we weren't here last week,
like a
so we didn't really
marathon.
get a chance to get into it. But I just wanted to get your guys' thoughts on the funeral. I mean, oh my God!
What part do you want our opinions on? That disrespectful pastor?
He was
Bill
way
Clinton. Bill Clinton still with his roving eye.
Bill Clinton. No, the other pastor who was filling up Ariana Grande. I mean,
That was terrible.
damn near grabbing her breast or whatever.
First of all, what she wore to the funeral was not appropriate. Like,
What was wrong with that?
It was too short. Let's come on now. What do you wear to a funeral? I know it's hoodie season and all, but you know what to wear to a funeral.
Yeah.
Okay, you know what to wear to a funeral, and I understand that she's a performer, but still, everybody, this.
But it wasn't a sad occasion though. Like, this was more like a celebratory.
It was
type of
still a funeral with a casket in front of you. It was a funeral. It was not a concert. Like, people.
I didn't see a problem with it.
Listen, like with Michael Jackson, everybody was proper with Michael Jackson, even though he had glitter gloves on in the casket.
right.
It was still a funeral. Like, you cannot wear certain things, and you're performing and you're moving and this, that, and the third. Like, it just wasn't that appropriate.
It was quite. Why was it so long? Like, there was no lunch break.
No.
Everybody wanted to perform.
Yeah.
I didn't see this, but I heard Fantasia ran off and didn't come back.
So I was, So I'm watching her sing and everything like that, and I'm not gonna lie, she was sounding good, and all of a sudden, notes started like trickling.
She was crying.
Down. Yeah, it wasn't even crying. She was like yelling.
That's why I can't have faith
It
in
was-
Fantasia, because she's so overjoyed.
It's like she dropped the mic and decided just to go, and she just disappeared. I don't know what
How you
happened.
do that and read
I don't know.
Yo,
It was
what?
awkward. It was weird.
Yo, everybody and their mama performed. I think Crystal said a few verses out there. I was like, Crystal was there too.
Jaheim came in.
Liliana, I'm not giving that. What she's wearing, you just missed my point. What she's wearing, I'm not saying that that's an excuse for the man to grope her at all. It was inappropriate, but that doesn't mean, like, we're not going there. We're not saying because what she wore, I'm not about that. I'm not about because you wear something somebody should touch you. No, you just went that way. I didn't go that way.
The grip he had, though, was like...
Because he's a pervert.
Well,
all these passes.
Well, yeah, exactly. About to go
and
there.
not all of them. Stop.
Let's be real, Crystal. If you want to give a percentage, give a percentage.
Stop. I'm not giving a percentage.
What happened to those 3,000 boys?
Because you know that
those 3,000 cases that are happening right now within the clergy.
Every one of us in here went to Catholic school,
and every one of us had a problem.
I got stories.
Do you have stories? I don't have.
I was an altar boy.
I
don't have one about one.
I was an altar boy.
Oh, you went that far?
Father Jim, man.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Yo, turn my mic off, man. Yo, I can't do this.
We all have stories.
I can't do this.
Come get your ass up because you're making me sick. I can't.
No, but listen, I thought it was a great event, but I passed out. I looked at CNN at 12 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, yo,
still going.
It's still on? God damn. Like,
it wasn't. Erica said it wasn't a tribute show. She was in a church, and even if she had the Michael Mini, them dudes were see, yes, like that's what I'm saying. Like, just don't. Why did you wear that? Like, why did you wear that?
Do you like the fact that some of it went political?
No,
I didn't like.
I didn't like that. But
although
she was a political person.
She was a political
person.
Yes.
Listen, I feel like the sermon should have been geared around what she cared about most. If that's what she cared about
accomplished.
most, right. If I feel like that's what it is, then that's what the eulogy should have been geared. The one pastor that was like, a black man can't raise a woman. She was a single black mother of 4 kids.
And also taking care of other people who were in
right. Like, this is my thing. Like, you took her life and turned it into negative. Like, this is what you shouldn't be. You know what Aretha accomplished? More than, you can't even...
Yeah,
a million people
you can't even put words. You can't put it into perspective.
You can't put it into words. You basically took this woman's amazing life and said, "This is what you shouldn't do."
No, right. The job ends when she passed away. Right. After that, you talk about the history. You don't talk about a political.
Exactly, Erica. The eulogy is just everything she was. Exactly.
Yeah, I thought everybody was great. I mean, all the performance. I wanted. Did you see Faith Hill perform?
No, I didn't see her.
There was a bit.
I think it was part of the midnight performance that we couldn't see.
And it's like their chicken. It's very flavorless. Like it was.
See.
It was just very.
See.
And she was digging in deep. I respect her.
She was digging in deep. It wasn't going nowhere.
It just wasn't like I was like, nah, I just can't. I see where you're going. I know you're trying to get there, but it's just not. And I respect it. That's first of all, that's a tough room.
It was a tuna casserole.
It's a tough room. Like you're the only.
Is tuna casserole hot? Can somebody tell me that?
I never ate.
How the hell? What a segue.
Let's get to tuna casserole. Oh wait. Are we gonna talk about McCain's funeral?
Oh yeah, we gonna talk about what's up.
McCain's funeral was excellent.
Yeah,
I agree with it.
It was really dope.
And his daughter gave the most amazing eulogy. It was heartfelt. It was emotional. Yeah. I was literally like, I didn't ever like you, Megan, but now today I have some serious respect.
Oh, that'll change next week.
Yeah, that'll change in November.
But I really, his funeral was amazing.
I thought it was great. Very interesting that the whole entire weekend was based on the funeral.
They politicized, but then it's like, yeah, I know, right?
Wait. So the first comment that comes in is Erica, Faith Hill's performance. The second one is Corinne's, Becky's potato salad. Like, that goes perfect together.
Like, it was just it just wasn't right. Like, its seasoning was missing.
Nobody's going to talk about Patti LaBelle?
Patti LaBelle she wasn't at the funeral. I think she was at the tribute concert, right?
She was at the tribute concert, but I was surprised that she was even. Yeah,
I'm surprised she was there too, but I think she did it to dig Aretha.
Like, you think so?
You still taking shots when the woman's dead?
Yeah, I think so. She took shots.
I don't know. I find it surprising that she just showed up.
Yo, but then everybody got nervous because everybody had this idea that I think Gladys Knight apparently admitted she had pancreatic cancer, and then come to find out she didn't.
She lied?
No, she didn't. She didn't die.
What?
She lied?
Well, I don't know what was going on. Like, she said something to the effect of me and Aretha suffered through the same disease. And I think people took that as, oh my God, she has pancreatic cancer too. Somebody saved Gladys.
Hold
Gladys?
Hold on.
So then, I guess her publicist came out and said, no, she's not sick. She's fine.
You want to read it?
Yeah.
We got an announcement from the Musclehead Skillet.
Oh, it's the muscle
Musclehead
head.
Skillet says, I got Catholic school stories that'll last longer than Aretha Franklin's funeral. Now.
Oh, man.
What?
I'm telling you, we all do.
Yo, these priests are kind of crazy, man.
We'd actually shut that school down if you think about it.
Just
saying.
Think about a man.
Yo.
There's two suspect type of men in this world. All right? One is a priest. Somebody who just says, I want no parts of sexuality. I want to commit myself to the Lord, yes. Quote unquote. No shot taken. And a male gynecologist. Those two men can never be trusted.
Okay.
A male gynecologist. What point in your life?
You know, I'm not even gonna lie. I was more comfortable with a male GYN than I was a female GYN.
That doesn't creep you out?
Yeah.
No, not
really.
Not really. No. I really liked my male GYN.
I'm sorry, and this is gonna take I'm not even gonna get into it. But I just haven't. In what part of his life in high school, I really like to focus on women's vaginas.
It could have been that his mother had cervix cancer. You don't know why people go into certain things that they.
I would love to interview a male. Maybe we can get one for the last show.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I'm just saying, where in the?
I don't have a male GYN now, but I did have. I had.
But when in college, one of the most craziest times in your life, did you say, "I'm going to go into female anatomy"? That's what I'm going to do.
You know, voice. I could see you being a male GYN.
Exactly. Right.
But my agenda is totally different from the agenda. Exactly. I really want to do it the right way.
I don't think so. All right, let's get to number 4. Let's definitely get to number 4. Let's get to number 4. I can't get to this thing fast enough.
Number 4.
Oh, see, Carol. I think Carol had one too. Good morning, Lynn.
No. We're good. No more.
Moving on.
Yeah, we're going to move on. All right, so Jeffrey Owens, the actor who was in the Cosby Show, who was Elvin. Remember Sandra's husband?
Yes.
So I guess somebody exposed him for working at a Trader Joe's. He has since come out, been interviewed by Robin Roberts of ABC. Good morning.
What Nicole is going?
And I gotta listen. I respect the man even more. Like, look,
yeah, me too.
The job of an actor. So the problem is everybody sees the glitz and glamour of the actors that actually made it. And they never talk about the extras or
Where are they now?
But he wasn't an extra.
Not
he
an
was
extra,
in the beginning.
Yes.
So I really want to know, right? Did Bill because
I blame Bill Cosby.
I don't blame Bill.
I blame him.
I blame his
checks are effed now.
So what are you saying? Yeah, he's affected his because we don't know what his
residual is gone.
But we don't know what his residual
what was he
deal
doing
was.
The rest of the residual, we don't know what the residual was because I feel like in the not the first one, maybe the second like beginning of show, I remember him being in it.
Yeah, he was
Sandra.
He's been there for a while.
Yes,
right.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Remember, he was in there from when Rudy was a little girl. Remember
Yes.
when Sandra brought him home from like Yale or wherever she was at?
And Rudy still acted.
But the thing is, you guys, like, people have this perception that actors' checks like Elvin's or I call him Elvin. But like those,
that's his name, Elvin.
But those actors, they make significant money when in reality they don't. Like they may get residuals here and there, which is like cents.
Every penny counts.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right, Carol. Honest labor is no disgrace.
There's nothing wrong with the guy working at Trader Joe's, especially when he was teaching acting and he was doing other stuff.
Right, and it gave him the opportunity. It gave him a flexible schedule so he can still do what he loved. I just recently watched him. There's a show on HBO called The Divorce, and I love it, and he's on it.
Yes!
He was
one of the lawyers.
He was one of the lawyers.
Yes, he was.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. Yes, I love that.
Yeah.
I love that series
No
too.
idea.
I think it comes back this. Yeah,
It comes back. The 3rd season is about to come back. Yeah.
I think he's going to be on it.
I don't know, but it
well,
gives
here's
him...
the thing I don't like though. See, now it becomes, hey, well, I'll give him a job. Tyler Perry's like, hey, brother, come on over here.
10 episodes.
Yeah.
10
just
episodes.
like-
And Tyler Perry's going to pay him well.
Yeah, but my thing is like, you have to be outed to get the job.
Well, maybe he didn't know that it was a screening going on. Because remember, Tyler Perry does a lot of his stuff in Atlanta. He was in Jersey, so you don't know when the opportunity comes.
Or Nicki Minaj saying, I'm going to give him $25,000. Like,
Nikki, we're gonna talk about you later,
we're
girl.
gonna talk about she's tripping. But yeah, it just feels weird. Now he becomes a charity case, which he said himself he didn't want to become. Like, he respects what he does, and he's been on other auditions, and he's still kind of working. So it's, I just hate the woman who tried to out him though.
And then she said she wasn't trying. Like, listen, don't throw your hand and hide it. You were trying to embarrass that man, like, oh my gosh, why is he working at Trader Joe's? What are you doing? Right, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh, I didn't mean it. I didn't think that. You took a picture of that man unknowingly and you put it on your social media. Like, you don't know what's going to turn viral. Like, that's embarrassing. And then you have him, like, in mid-speech, so he looks crazy. You got a bad angle because it's low, so his stomach looks like Santa Claus.
Nah,
like,
he did look kind of crazy.
You try to do him. Like, no, I don't like that. Kind of crazy though. You try to do him. You try to do him. That's don't try and apologize now.
No, Sandra feeding him.
And mind you know what her name was? Karma.
Wow.
Now let's get to number 5.
Wow.
Number 5.
So a couple people passed away this week. Burt Reynolds passed away. Famous actor. I wasn't a big Burt Reynolds fan.
No. I mean, I think he was.
Yeah, some classics, but it was like
he was before our time.
Yeah. So
like the height of his was like 70, 80s. We came in early 80s. We were too young. We knew him though.
Yeah, absolutely. I
mean, a hazard.
Exactly. And then this one really sucks. Mac Miller, the rapper Mac Miller, passed away at the age of 26 from a apparent overdose. And listen, man, people have struggles out there, and just because they're at a certain level in life. And have a certain success doesn't necessarily mean everything is okay. So,
the drug life is very interesting when it comes to people that are very influential.
Yeah, because there's no limit to what they can get,
and there's no discrimination. I had a conversation with a person that knows a lot of CEOs, for example, and we're probably going to talk about that CEO later. Right. A lot of the people that actually are making a lot of money or running empires or being influential through their creativity. The struggle that they have behind closed doors, it's insane.
Absolutely.
Listen, a couple weeks ago, Bethany Frankel from the Housewives of New York, her boyfriend.
Didn't he kill himself?
He didn't kill himself. He had a drug overdose.
Oh, drug overdose, right.
And he literally did not feel right, told his assistant to get him Narcan, which is a reversal from the overdose.
Right.
He took 2 doses of it and still died. Yeah. And still died. Like, he literally injected it himself and told him, I'm not feeling well. That man didn't mean to kill himself. He was on several different medications, and I guess he felt like, whatever. And when he was not feeling well, he got worried and ordered the Narcan. Like, these people, money doesn't make your life problem-free like people think. Like, these people have struggles that they don't want to deal with, and they probably don't want to deal with it because they know it's going to become public.
No, I mean, and the problem I have is that we've, especially in the hip-hop culture, we've now embraced these rappers, but drugs that we never used to mess with.
Yeah. Ambien,
Xanax, Adderall, all these type of pills now. Like, you've seen it with all these stories. Like, Meek Mill came out, I was taking pills. Yeah. Kanye was taking pills. Everybody, they're in a new life where, and I don't want to take shots at like the fashion industry, but you see a lot of that there. And then when you start seeing them intertwined, you're going to meet those type of people, and they might be like, hey, Kanye, try this pill, or try this, or try that. And then it gives them that high, and then we don't necessarily know how to control that shit.
Right, but let me tell you where that came from. Back in the day, rappers and rock stars were very much different. Now the rappers have adopted this rock star lifestyle.
Yes, that's a very good point.
And a very, all of that mosh pitting and all this other stuff. And when those two combined, it became one of these, forget this scissor, let's get these pills.
Forget this weed. They don't even talk about that anymore.
Right, so it
Chronic
becomes,
or whatever.
Remember back in the day, we thought scissor, the cough medicine was bad.
Sounds like such a dad, Chronic or whatever. Whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, that rock star lifestyle is what has influenced this drug addiction, and it's pills. So you can get it in anywhere. Nobody knows what it is as long as you put it in a prescription bottle.
And you can make it, like, mix and match and become something really serious.
It looks like, literally, it looks like Skittles in their world, and that's really bad.
Yeah, no, it's definitely unfortunate, and I mean that guy was
okay. Trini Man, Cannonball Run, Dukes of Hazzard. Yes, we know that's what you watch Trinidad.
Trinidad definitely.
Trini Man, chill out, bro.
No, they just had the episodes now.
Yo.
Carol, that was not meant towards you, girl.
Trini Man, chill out. Trini Man, chill out. All right, so we're gonna move on. So unfortunately, somebody lost their life. In Dallas, a gentleman. Let me make sure. I want to make sure I get his name right. Botham Shem-Jean. He was a native of St. Lucia. He was in his apartment in Dallas.
Say that again. He was in what?
In Dallas.
In
his apartment, his own home.
Oh, okay.
His own home.
Okay.
In Dallas, and where a female officer, I guess, barged into his apartment and then proceeded to shoot him.
And come to find out.
Come to find out, she thought it was her apartment, She thought he was an intruder, and she proceeded to shoot him.
Do they have the same furniture?
I don't believe so. I've never seen that. I mean, I know a lot of people shop at IKEA, but I don't know if they had the same furniture.
Pretty sure the design of the apartment was pretty different.
I'm pretty sure the pictures on the wall were different as well.
Yeah.
But
I'm pretty sure the smell of the food was a little different too.
Yeah, so they've now just released her name, the police officer's name. Her name is Amber Geiger. She is a 4-year veteran of the department assigned to the Southeast Patrol Division of Dallas Police. So the shooting took place Thursday night at a Southside Flats. A female Dallas police officer returned to what she believed to be her apartment after her shift ended. She was still in uniform when she encountered Mr. Jean inside of his apartment. The police chief said it isn't clear what the interaction was between her and the victim. That at some point she fired her weapon, striking the victim. The officer called 911, and the officers responded in about 4 minutes. Right now, there are more questions than answers. Duh. I mean, what do you guys take away from this? I mean, here's one thing I'll say. If you thought Trayvon, Mike Brown, Tamir Rice, any of those instances, if you thought those were bad,
Alton Sterling.
Alton Sterling,
yes.
Philando Castile, if you think those were bad, if there's in any way, no way that this woman gets any type of conviction, if she serves no time, there will be hell to pay, I would imagine.
And this was not a case where the cops were called on him.
No,
right?
no.
You see what I'm saying to you? Like, it wasn't like, there was a standoff. You broke into that man's home and murdered him, and they're talking about manslaughter.
Just manslaughter.
Just manslaughter. Just manslaughter. Like,
that is crazy.
You broke into this man's home. Now, this is my thing. Like, I was just having this conversation with Preach Off Air. I don't care if you work 24 hours or overtime. Who on this thread is going into the wrong home?
Thank you.
Who?
Now, granted, I want to give voice credit because I remember a couple years ago, one of the things you actually attributed to officers and some of the problems that they deal with is sometimes they work ridiculous hours for little pay, and that stress ends up, affecting them. I don't know if I'm not going to use that case for this situation, but I'm pretty sure they'll use that for this situation and saying, I believe she was working a 12-hour shift, overtime shift.
It was a mandate, blah, blah, blah.
Right. And so we don't know if she was drunk. We don't know if she was high. We don't know if she was, like, really fatigued. I think there's also a picture that's, like, going around.
That we just saw.
Apparently, they might have known each other.
That's what they're saying. They're trying to postpone the charges now, manslaughter.
Because they're saying that they might have dated.
This was a complex that they also lived together or something like that.
Yeah, they lived together in the complex. That's what she thought she was going to the wrong place.
Something
but
personal
there's something behind what she did. She didn't just
bust
into the wrong apartment and kill that man.
No.
She did not bust in. I will never believe that she bust into the wrong. I don't care how tired you are. You know if an apartment is not your apartment.
But the problem is that being the first way they try to frame it, that's like you're showing your hand a little bit.
Erica, I think he opened the door. Erica says, "How do you get into someone else's home without the key?" Though I think that he must have opened the door.
He had to. It's not like she kicked the door down.
No.
He might.
And that would be even worse.
Wait a minute.
Maya B says
that's why the whole thing is fishy because like
it's very
how do you
fishy.
mistaken it for your own home and yet you're knocking on your own door?
Right. Maya B says, "I'm not saying it's right. I have went into the wrong door and put my key into the door." And
but it doesn't open.
Did you get in?
The door doesn't open. I'm sorry.
See, he opened the door. She didn't break in. I'm telling you, they knew each other, and there was some type of there was something there. That's why they haven't charged her with anything more. Well, they haven't charged her yet, but they are not going to charge her with anything more than manslaughter. I guarantee she's going to say that they had an argument. He put his hands on her, and she got scared.
Where's the body cam? Oh, I forgot. Probably
he was off.
Yep.
Right, because remember, she wasn't on duty. She was coming home.
Exactly what
What
they're
the
going
hell's
to say.
the point of these? Yo,
There's
I swear
no
to God,
point.
Well,
we were begging for these damn body cams.
The body cameras wouldn't have been on anyway because she wasn't on duty.
So that's even worse. That's even worse.
Why is she still in uniform?
Exactly what I'm saying.
Because she was going home. Do they
No,
change?
you change.
No, you change.
You change
Yeah.
at the precinct. You don't go
Really?
home.
Yes.
You don't
You
go
have a
home
locker
in
for a
your
reason.
uniform. Yeah, you don't go home with your uniform on.
But that's stupid. So you don't go home with your uniform on, but you go home with your gun?
Yes.
Yes,
The reason why
yes,
is because
yes.
you paid for that and you have a lock in your house that you're supposed to
Yeah.
Let's
conceal.
put it in, right?
No, you still have your gun on you, but and
Because
plus,
you're off duty. You're on duty no matter what.
this
Sorry.
is Dallas. Like it is Texas,
bro.
so
And they have their gun laws.
you know what I mean. But the fact that she had her uniform on is what's suspicious because anytime your shift ends, yeah, you go to your locker, you change your clothes, and you say, all right, goodbye. You don't go home, which I've never seen it. Maybe I'm wrong, but I've never seen it. But you usually change your clothes. Why does she still have her uniform on? Mm-hmm. That's crazy. I don't understand. That doesn't make any sense to me.
I'm perfectly with you. There is more. Liliana says it sounds like a cover
I
up
mean,
and a lie to me.
there has to be more to this.
There's a cover up and a lie.
And that by releasing that story and saying, oh, she mistakenly took it as her own apartment, that's where you know somebody's trying to cover something up. Because A does not equal B to C and none of that.
Nothing is adding up.
Nothing makes sense here. Nothing makes sense. The only thing that's happened is this guy's lost his life. Mm-hmm. But Kaepernick is bugging.
Exactly.
It's amazing, isn't it?
And the commercial wasn't.
You come to America for a better life.
The commercial,
shot dead in your home.
The commercial enrages you. Mm-hmm. That's what pisses you off. Mm-hmm. Oh, a guy died. Oh, that's all right. I mean, he'll be all right.
Erica says that she saw reports of neighbors hearing her bang on the door.
So so here's all right. So on the title it says neighbor heard shots. Alicia Kinsey, John's next door neighbor, told CNN she was home on the phone Thursday night when she heard a shot. She said she then heard what sounded like running steps and a female voice calling the police. Kinsey said she could see from her patio that the lights were turned on in John's apartment. She said she heard more footsteps outside her complex. Outside her apartment. The apartment doors at the complex are similar. Kinsey said that, but John's doorstep had a bright red mat. Mm-hmm. Oh, so that was the difference between her apartment and his.
But how lucky is she that she gets to call her friends to help her?
Exactly.
You call the cops. You're a cop.
Yes.
You think that your friends are not going to be on the scene? Like, hold on one second.
Exactly.
What happened?
The neighbor said that she said she met Jean when she first moved.
You said that with such a great Haitian accent. Say it again.
Jean. Southside Flats in April. She says he was great as a neighbor, quiet, friendly, super chill. Never had parties. We would chat about life, smiling and laughing. Mm-hmm. No, apparently this guy was a charmer. And had a huge smile. Maya
B says that I've seen cops come home in uniform also. That's true.
Yeah,
that doesn't make it the policy.
Really?
There is procedure and also encouragement that tells police officers not to specifically go home in uniform. The reason why is because of the safety measures. A lot of people don't like cops. You get what I'm saying? So when you're walking in the street and you have your uniform and you're off duty, it's more of a target situation that they're trying to avoid. So that's the reason why they tell you not to do that.
I've never. Nor does it make sense for me. Why would you want to? Like, I don't know, just for your protection in general, for a cop's protection.
And their safety.
And exactly, you don't know if somebody has a vendetta against you, but, oh, yeah, you're going into that home with your uniform on. Oh, so a cop lives there. I'm going to go get him. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? That just doesn't make sense to me. I don't know. And maybe I'm wrong, but at the very early stages of the investigation, initial indications were that there were what we considered circumstances of an officer-involved shooting. However, as we continued this investigation, it became clear that we were dealing with what appears to be a much different and very unique situation. A blood sample was drawn for drug tests. And I don't mean to laugh. This guy just said me to say. And alcohol, we're in the process of obtaining a warrant.
Yeah.
So this is crazy. This is nuts. It's unfortunate.
Triniman says that give it some time, everybody's going to forget about it.
I don't think so. Not this one.
Nah, this one is more of a unique situation.
This is definitely a unique situation. All right, so we'll definitely. Well, yeah, we won't be because we'll be done in 2 days. But Sunday morning breakfast. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll look at some viral videos. Talk about the Bobby Brown movie. Oh yeah,
guys, I watched it.
I am so proud of her right now.
Damn, I'm going to be silent on this.
Rare, but she still hasn't watched The Wire.
Definitely going to be silent.
Sunday morning breakfast. We'll be right back. All right, Sunday morning breakfast. Call us at 516-900-2278. Especially if you know any officers who go home in their uniform. Please clarify that for us. If you could call us up and let us know, please let us know. All right, let's watch a couple of videos, talk about a few things. So this video this week has been going viral, and I love it just because it's somebody supporting another person when somebody's just giving that person nonsense. So I guess there was this confrontation at a parking lot, and rightfully so. This was in Orlando.
Yep.
Well, it's in Florida. So,
and I literally just got back from there.
And we know Florida. They give two shits about guns, and you can basically twirl them shits around. They really don't care. But there was an incident that had gone on between a man defending a pregnant woman at a parking lot. Here we go.
He's talking about, or what? I would have decked his ass.
Did I threaten you? I did not threaten you. I said,
First of all, that hat is amazing.
Howdy.
Yo, everybody got an uncle who look like that.
Oh.
Ooh.
You heard what the fuck I said?
Ooh.
I said you need to back the fuck up. That's a woman. And you was a motherfucking man. Now what you gonna do? Go the fuck on. Go the fuck on.
Oh, he got the hammer on him.
Fuck you. Put that gun away, motherfucker. Go ahead. You just threatened me. You just threatened me, motherfucker. Fuck you.
You know he got diabetes.
You ain't a man. I ain't used shit yet.
Yet?
Motherfucking hands on me. I don't give a fuck who you call. You did this. You're the one that's aggressive to everybody. I don't care who you call. Call the cops. Call the cops. In my face. In his face. Yes,
And I'm going to record all of it because I'm here for it.
That's right. I'm a pregnant woman. You got our ball in our face. We got this lady filming. Just walk away. He's got a gun, ma'am.
I've been recording every second, sir, since you got out the car.
Do your business. Get the fuck one out of here.
Yo, the fact that he turned his back on him, I was a little nervous there.
He was waiting for him to
about
attack.
to-
I'm on film, boy. I don't give a fuck. Go ahead. Go ahead.
And then it gets physical.
I tell you what, I will break your motherfucking face. What? That's what I said.
Ooh,
That's what I see.
get my
Put your
shit.
hands on me. Go ahead. Put your hands on me. Put your hands on me. You got a gun. What? That's right. So what?
So what?
I ain't even pointed at nobody. He's a lying motherfucker. I got it on film. Go ahead. You motherfucker. Do it again. Do it again.
First of all, those are two of the lightest punches I've
Yeah,
ever
like what
seen.
the fuck kind of pimp slap was that?
Yo, I don't know.
And they probably be seeing each other at the old folks' home too. Larry, you try something with me.
He said he got a gun, so what?
Hey, Leroy, leave it alone, goddammit. Yo, let's go back to that punch. That punch.
He said,
was
you about to
tough.
kill me?
Why are you going back to the physical altercation?
Yo, because that
was a beautiful scene.
That was the lightest punch I've ever seen.
Like a Nintendo video game.
You heard the girl. Woo! Child?
There got to be something wrong with that man.
Yeah, you can tell.
Yeah.
You can tell.
Come on. You don't hit people.
You don't hit people.
After he hit him.
Exactly. He started it and he hit him.
What? He done wrote a check that his ass could not get.
He said he done wrote a check that his
Yeah,
ass
get
can't.
Yo,
cash.
first of all, the MVP of this
Is the
video
lady
is
recording?
yes, absolutely. First of all, it's still as hell. Thank you.
commentary.
Yo, thank you.
Yo,
She
some
was
of these
serious
people,
about recording.
some of these people who be recording clips are like they suck. They're just moving all around, and the commentary was on point.
She was probably sitting there like this. You know how you put your hands on the face so you don't move?
DeAndre says a glass Joe punch.
Yeah, I don't know what that was. Like that was one of the weakest punches.
She said he done cashed a check. What?
Wrote a
ass
check his
can't
ass
cash.
cash.
Jump on my brick. I ain't even pointed at nobody. He's a lying motherfucker. I got it on film. Go ahead.
His head ain't even move.
Yo.
Yeah, something's definitely not right with
Yeah,
him.
something wrong with him.
You don't try to hit me. What the hell is wrong with you?
What? He done wrote a check that his ass could not
Make a sports commentator.
And so Florida is
You're
open.
out, child. Let me go. No, stay right there until they finish.
No, where you going? Yeah, Florida's an open carry state, so.
You hit him first.
He's like, what are you talking about?
You hit him
Oh
first.
my God, you're such a liar.
I'm about to leave ground beef and McCart and stuff.
Yo, I want to meet her. That's my friend. I got ground beef in my car. I
I'm about
gotta
to leave
go.
ground beef and McCart and stuff. I'm trying to be defending this pregnant lady.
Oh my goodness. Muscle says, sounds like this back end story between these two.
I've been recording since he got out of the car.
Oh.
Since he got out of the car.
Yo, God bless her. She's the best. She
Yes.
was, I mean,
Wow.
first off, she was better than some NFL cameramen. Like, Jesus Christ.
Yo, that was the best thing ever. He done wrote a check. His ass can't cash.
Oh, my.
Eric O'Neill says all you needed was a Newport hanging off his head.
First of all, like I said,
Yo.
we all met an uncle or know an uncle
Yeah.
that look exactly like that. He got
Yeah.
diabetes. He got three different kids.
listen.
He got 3 different kids.
Listen, I digress.
He's still doing his thing out here, man. We're rocking a nice hat, too. Oh, man. All right, and moving on. So, listen.
Wow.
I want to get to this movie because, you know, I had a pleasure of watching this movie on Friday. I was a little late to the party. But, Crystal,
I'm
you
still
actually,
late.
oh,
I
Lord.
need some like music or something.
You need, well, we can't play
very
music.
proud
Definitely going to take over this segment.
My mother always said, self praise ain't no praise, and I'm gonna praise myself today.
Oh, my gosh.
I watched a movie on BET.
Wow.
First of all, if you're starting off the premise of your comments with, I watched a movie on BET.
You know, I don't
Holy
watch
shit, we're in
BET.
trouble.
I don't watch TV One. I don't watch Centric. You know that is not my deal.
Right.
Remember, she just found out she's like 10% black. So
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, we did.
Definitely
We all
was
found that out. Yes. Yeah. Yeah,
I mean, we
did
understand.
find that out. It's okay. All right. So you watched the movie, the Bobby Brown movie.
I did.
And what did you think?
I thought the movie was amazing. I thought the cinematography was amazing.
The cinematography.
Yes,
and
because
special
I feel
effects.
like sometimes when you get stuff on BET or like,
Oh, come on, yo! Wait a minute. You can't embrace BET and the first thing you say is knocking it.
it's called a balancer.
Listen, how many movies have you really like?
This is true.
The New
I agree.
Edition movie.
That was the first one.
That was good.
No, there was.
But I didn't even watch that one, so I really can't.
Oh my god!
Well,
All right, what are some of the shocking things you discovered about Bobby Brown?
what was shocking?
That he didn't realize that Whitney was a coke addict until
That's-
the wedding day.
Well, here's the thing: the
Come on.
woman who
believe
played,
that.
first
I
off,
don't believe that either.
that was the best depiction of Whitney
Whitney.
Houston.
That's what I heard. But I
Right,
heard the
but
depiction
because-
about her wasn't good.
But because Bobby has something to do with it. Bobby was married to this woman, so
Yeah.
of course the depiction had to be on point because he was so involved with the movie. That was one. I think another one was the amount of women and how blatant he was with sleeping with them.
Yeah.
Yo,
The fact that
right
he-
in the Ghostbusters
right,
theme.
right. He was screwing him right in the Ghostbusters. Like what the?
First of all, he didn't even write it. His brother did.
Right.
Can't hold, too cold to hold. They call the Ghostbusters in control. All right, put it down. Let's go.
Right.
And then he proceeds to bone somebody doggy
the
style in
fact
the
that
back.
he got someone pregnant when he was engaged to Whitney.
Oh,
was
I
another
didn't know
shock.
that, yeah.
he got someone engaged when someone pregnant. When
Yeah,
he was engaged
yeah,
with.
yeah.
I think his mother, father, and Whitney dying in such close proximity. What took me out was when he was at Whitney's funeral and they was like, you can stay, but your entourage gotta go. And he's like, those are my kids. Like, that to me was crazy.
I swear to God, like I want a montage of all the times that women reveal they're pregnant by Bobby Brown.
Right, exactly.
How many times, Bobby, I'm pregnant. Bobby,
Right.
I'm pregnant.
What
Bobby, I'm pregnant.
also his wife now Alicia, how long she was in the picture, she was Teddy Riley's woman.
Yo, that's crazy.
Before she was his. That was crazy to me. I think also just like I don't know, I always used to think Bobby was just like eccentric for no reason. Like now I get it. Like now I get why he is the way he is.
Mm-hmm.
Another thing that really shocked me about Bobby is
Was him boning Janet? Yes.
oh my God.
Yo, that was crazy.
crazy.
No, you know what shocked me about Janet? The fact that her father didn't want her with a black man.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Because she said it. That was crazy to me.
Wow.
Like, and if you think about it, and I was telling Bino the other day, I feel like she got with Jermaine to get back at everybody else. Like, you didn't want me to be black man, I'm gonna go with Jermaine Dupri. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right,
Like,
right.
like Southern, like just not what you thought that Janet was about. And that's the first person she was with after her marriage. She was with Jermaine for years.
That's crazy.
So I think those are the shocking things for me. But the fact that, like I was telling Preach earlier, you have Whitney, who's a drug addict, and then you have Bobby, who was an alcoholic, and you put it together, and it was like a super addictive, relationship.
Absolutely.
You have one and the other, and then both of them get addicted to what each other's addicted to.
Right.
So you're not only addicted to drugs, now it's drugs and alcohol for both of you guys. Yep. So like we were just watching like the Thug Love video. You saw how his jaw was moving. Right. You saw his jaw was moving 1,000,000 miles an hour. Like, who approved this video to go up? Like, this looks crazy.
Well, listen, I thought it would, to me, it felt more like a comedy than
that video was horrible.
Than a serious movie. One thing I will say is people forget, and I wrote this on Facebook, like he was the first dark-skinned guy to really get put on.
He was.
Bobby Brown was black as hell.
Yeah.
But he was ill.
You had to entertain
people forget how I don't know they had to cut the deal. This is the only problem I had with the movie. They had to play the whole song. I had to see the whole fucking performance.
Yeah, sure.
I don't know if they had to for residual checks or whatever. But
I said BT cut out the best part when he kicked Janet out the hotel room. Correct. Yeah, they did cut it out. He said in the editing room floor. But you know what? They still want to deal with Janet. They're not gonna. If they show that part, they're not going to be able to deal with Janet. Like they didn't do that as an edit. They did that as listen. God forbid something happened. We still need Janet on our side. Like who wants to?
You don't want Janet.
Do you need Janet anymore?
Yes.
Are you crazy?
Really?
Yes.
Are you crazy?
BT. When is the last thing Janet's put out?
She came out with
she was doing performances like
in
crazy.
terms
she
of
came out with a video now.
She was in Harlem.
What do you need from Janet now?
Yeah.
What do you need from Janet now?
Are you crazy?
I'm saying as a network.
Legend. She's a legend.
She's a legend. But what do you need
Stop
from her?
it.
She should have been in Aretha's funeral.
Put the scene back in there.
She should have been in Aretha's. She should have been in the funeral.
Read his
Put
book.
the
I
goddamn
heard
scene
his
back
book is way more vivid.
No, listen, I love the performances.
Oh, you know what too? Listen, Bobby's very smart. Bobby put in that guy Nick, whatever the one that he thinks killed his daughter. He made it known from the beginning that man was the only man around Chrissy and Whitney when they both died, and they died the same way. And he said it more than once in that movie.
Yeah, no, it was like I said, there was just some funny points to this movie.
Him sleeping with any and everybody.
Yo, like goddamn, like Jesus Christ,
that's too much.
The way he was when he met with Teddy Riley, he was pop locking.
Oh, I didn't get that either. Like, this beat is fire.
When he started pop locking the job, I'm like, enough. But did you wait? See now, Raina was in there as Chrissy.
Yo, let me tell you.
But did you bust how both Bobby and Chrissy had fake gaps?
Yeah,
that's why they was talking funny during the whole movie.
Yo, no joke.
They had fake gaps
in this building, the building that the studio's in. I'm leaving the studio. I open the door and it's Raina right outside.
Are you lying?
I swear to God.
Wait, what?
Did you apologize for calling her potato?
I didn't. I haven't called her. That was Bino. I never called her that.
Raina who?
The girl from Power.
Power.
Yeah.
No, come on.
She's been in the studio a couple times.
Come on, man.
Yeah, I swear to God.
Damn, we can't talk about it no more.
I can't.
I didn't talk about that.
I ain't say nothing.
Black baby.
It was all
lies.
What the hell was she doing here?
She's
doing something.
Yeah, it's a studio. There's a couple studios out
What
there.
in the world?
She's probably doing an interview or something. Yeah, I think first off, the Ghostbusters thing was kind of crazy. I think the second part just got.
He did. I didn't see that part. He slept with Madonna. He said she was too wild.
Oh yeah,
I'm sure.
No, that was.
I didn't see that.
She was like she's the type to. You know her 60-year-old ass probably swinging over swings and everything now.
Yeah.
Good for her.
Janet can get it.
What is the thread thing about the movie? Did y'all love it? You know what I mean? Were you able to watch it?
Yet.
No, there was no feedback. Don't tell me that I was the only one that watched it, y'all. For real.
I saw it too.
I finally decided to watch something, and that's what y'all
did you see
it?
That's the time y'all don't watch the movie.
Y'all really do to me because I watched it.
No, and then obviously there were some sad moments. Obviously with the I think was it the brother-in-law or the guy that was dating his sister, I think, or something like
he
that.
died in the
he ended
beginning.
up getting shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was kind of crazy.
Even the stabbing in the beginning. He got stabbed, right?
Yeah,
He got
yeah,
stabbed
yeah,
in the
that-
beginning,
that-
like,
that.
like in the first 2 minutes of the movie.
Yeah, the whole stroke.
Yeah.
First, can we talk about Robin?
So
I was not familiar. I never. This girl was
Robin,
everywhere. Whitney was.
Because that was her woman.
So the rumor is, what was her last
It
name?
wasn't a
Robin
rumor.
what?
I can't remember. Robin dated. That was Whitney's woman.
There was so in the movie, there's this light skinned woman who's following Whitney everywhere. Like so much so that Bobby Brown's like, yo, why do you have this bitch everywhere with you? Like, who is she?
My
and
woman.
so I did some research, and apparently Robin, I guess they had a relationship.
And Robin's the only one till this day. Whitney has been dead for like 5 years now. That has kept her mouth quiet.
But there was
has
rumors.
said nothing about Whitney.
There was rumors though about
They were in a relationship.
Yeah, that's what
I'm
and
saying.
That's
Yeah.
what
They
I'm
were.
saying. Sissy was like, I ain't know nothing about that gay stuff because that's what Sissy said.
Mm-hmm.
And it was the lesser of two evils. Do you want Whitney to be a lesbian or do you want her to be with Bobby Brown?
Wow.
She was in love with Robin for many years. And Robin has never
They
spoken
were
about her.
inseparable.
Yes.
They went. I'm looking at all these pictures.
Right,
Robin
Maya?
is there.
Robin was her lover.
Interesting.
Wow.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
I didn't even know that.
Yes.
I'm like, who is this light-skinned bitch?
I'm so mad I didn't see the movie that just came out about her because that's what I really want to see. But it was like limited showings at like movie theaters, so it was like once a day, like at 12 o'clock at night.
Oh, well, you can get the fire stick and
Robin Crawford.
You can find it.
Robin Crawford.
Robin Crawford, right. Yeah, she's everywhere in this freaking movie until I guess Bobby kicked her out or whatever, and
Bobby got a nerve. Nerve.
But no, the person who looks really bad in this film is Whitney Houston, without a doubt.
Did you see?
A lot of people didn't like the way they depicted her.
Did you see how at the mother's funeral she's like, "That was my mother-in-law." Like what?
Then she starts singing it.
She started singing it. Can I sing something for you, like Whitney?
But here's one of the ill parts about this. So I'm gonna show the video. So they did when Bobby Brown had the reality show, one of the funniest ones. And
when they got the sunglasses.
Yes, and they put them side by side. So I want to watch this.
That's my favorite part ever.
So the one on the right.
I don't need it for my butt though. But they say we take Hemorrhagine, put it on your eyes. It takes away the swelling. See, I had a late night last night. Haven't seen my wife in 30-something days. You know how we do. Needs to go back.
Yo, this is my favorite part. I know it's bad because they was on drugs. I get it.
Before you go.
Tomorrow.
Look, that's my favorite part.
They work.
Look at that poor lady in the thing.
Come on, let's go eat.
Yo, it's crazy, man. Like that is crazy.
Yo,
Well,
that's hilarious.
wow.
That was my favorite part. Oh, when she started singing Black Eyed Peas in the car, remember? Remember that?
I do.
Yo, she was nuts.
Yo, that freaking picture just scared the crap out of me. What the hell that was?
That's what it resulted to with them afterwards, though.
Oh my god. But yeah, man, like that movie, it was, man, I learned a lot
You
about
think so,
Barbara.
Ziggs? They did Whitney like they did Little Kim in the Biggie movie. I don't think
Nah.
so. I think it was an accurate depiction.
I think
of
it's
her.
an accurate depiction. I agree
Because
with you.
he wasn't mad when she died. You know what I mean? Like, I think that it was an accurate depiction. I think that people don't want to see Whitney because she was the golden child perceived like that. But Whitney was a drug addict before Bobby wasn't even thought of.
Yeah, well, didn't you say her brother?
Her brother was the one that introduced her to crack. And the brother admitted it. It was not Bobby who did it, but for so long, because he was a bad boy, they wanted to say that he turned Whitney bad.
It was controversial, yeah.
I think that when two people have an addiction, it makes it a super addiction because now both of them are addicted.
It's a super addiction ultra.
Listen, they were
Yeah.
crack is cheap. What did she say?
Crack is whack.
Yeah.
Crack is whack.
Show me the receipts.
Yeah.
No.
And she was higher than a kite.
But if you look at the reactions to a person that is a crackhead versus a cokehead, a
yes,
crackhead,
yes,
the way they
Erica,
speak,
shut up,
good
shut
job.
up, shut up, shut up.
Yeah.
No, the crazy thing, like, she was that way before any of this. I think the perception was always Bobby ruined Whitney, when in reality, no, Whitney ruined Whitney.
Yeah.
And Bobby was just along for the ride.
Yeah, it's true.
And I believe him. I know she didn't really look good in this movie, but I believe his point of view.
I agree.
And it sucks, man. It really sucks, but because she was still an addict even after they separated. Thus, how she passed away.
That's how she. Right, exactly. She was still, and didn't they say that Bobby's brother was with her when she died? I think. Because he said, I couldn't. Oh no, he was with Chrissy after.
Right. Yes.
And even, you know what shocked me the most? When they were at the dinner table and he hadn't seen Chrissy in a while, and she picked up the cigarettes to smoke it.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
I was like, yo, I couldn't
If you remember
living in the world of her, I couldn't imagine what it was like. She, even in the show, it portrayed her as they never told her no. Whatever she wanted, she got.
Yeah. The crazy thing is, I remember in the reality show being Bobby Brown, there were scenes that were disturbing. I think there was like one scene where Whitney was just stuck in the room.
Yes.
And she wouldn't come out.
She wouldn't come out.
And he kept knocking. Oh no, Bobby Christina kept knocking on the door like, "Mommy, come out," and she would never come out. And she looked high as hell.
Yeah.
So I think this was Bobby Brown's movie to say look, yo, it wasn't my fault.
Two sides to the story.
I did miss the scene though when he finally decided to leave. Did she sneak a man in the house or something?
Yeah, so he was supposed to be going on tour, or he's supposed to be going somewhere, and his brother's waiting in the car. He actually goes in the car. He says, "Oh snap, I forgot something." He walks back into the house, and Whitney's walking another guy into the house. Now, they never really identify who that guy is. Some people have said, yo, it was Ray J. Some people said it was Jaheim, whoever. But, and then they end up getting into a fight. They don't know if he was a drug dealer or, you know what I mean? But they end up getting.
Me and you both. I'm about to rewatch Being Bobby Brown too. That was my show. But
yo, Being Bobby Brown was crazy.
Yeah, people forget that Ray J was dating Whitney for a long time.
Wow.
Yeah. They were dating forever. You didn't see how bad he was crying after that casket when she died? Yo,
that family, that family was drama filled. They talked about the interview, like you mentioned, the interview with Diane Sawyer, and how he was like, "Yo, we looked terrible." She was like, "Nah, who cares? We did all right."
Yo, she was like the king of R&B. Like what, Whitney? You remember all them times when she was running after him in jail?
Yes, that was another thing. So he ended up getting off the stuff when he was locked up. He went through withdrawal. I guess, kind of weaned himself off of drugs. So then when he gets picked up, she reintroduces drugs to him.
Yeah.
And he's like, nah, I thought we were going to do this together. She was like, oh, I thought we were just going to take a few sniffs or whatever and be all right.
Maya says it was her drug dealer. It was in the book. Oh, did you read his book? Apparently his book is 15 times better than the movie.
Wow.
I mean, what are they going to cut out?
Well, that's true. That's true.
I had to get that book.
I mean, listen, Charlamagne been saying it for a long time. We should have read the book because in the book he said he slept with a ghost.
Oh, I mean, and that's where you lose me. I was ready to buy the book, and then you mentioned that shit, and now I don't want to buy the book now. We fucking ghosts now.
He said
you sniff that white powder, you start seeing a whole bunch of things.
That's crazy. But yo, cocaine is everywhere in this movie.
It's a hell of a drug.
Cocaine is everywhere in this movie, man.
But do you imagine looking at your bride about to say "I do know" and she got a bunch of coke up her nose?
Yes.
That's just like.
Yeah.
But mind you,
it's not even a turn on.
How many kids does he have? Yeah. Can somebody look that up?
7.
He has 7 kids?
7.
I don't believe that. I think there's more.
Okay, I
agree
with you there.
There has to be more.
Yeah.
It seemed like every girl he met was like, hey, how you doing, Bobby?
He
I'm
got
pregnant.
Bobby Jr. He got La Princia.
These names are crazy.
Taking me out. That name. When the girl was like, don't they call you Princey? It's La Princia. No, stick with Princey.
The crazy part about it is, the saddest moment was the death of Bobby Christina. Because we all knew that was actually coming just because when they said she was in a coma, you knew it.
Yeah.
But, to me, the saddest part is even before that, like, the fact that you have to put your daughter who's only 22 in hospice.
Yes. Yeah.
Like, that's crazy. And for a long time, she was not responsive. But it wasn't. It was the mother died first, the father, then Whitney. Then 2 years later was Bobby Christina.
Yeah.
On the date, I think it was. It was to the date, right?
No, I think it was a few
days afterwards.
Yeah.
That's even crazier, though.
You might be right.
Wasn't it to the date?
It was crazy. No, listen, man. That whole family, the Whitney Houston funeral, when they got kicked out.
Erica, where are you that there's a tornado warning? She said, let me go get this book after this tornado warning. You better get it on Amazon Audible or something. What? Don't go nowhere. Remember, stick to the bathroom and to the doorways.
Is that the tip? Yeah. Before tornadoes, you're supposed to stay in the bathroom?
Yeah, they stay in the bathroom.
Oh.
In the tub.
You're supposed to stay in the tub. And then, I'm trying to go to sleep. This was like Friday night. I guess Harper's Bazaar is having an event for New York Fashion Week.
Dun, dun, dun.
And so my phone is going bananas, and you see Cardi B's name everywhere. I'm like, oh Lord. Come to find out, there's a confrontation between Cardi B and Nicki Minaj.
Finally.
Which we all pretty much been expecting.
Were you the one that put that up on the page? That's so ghetto that you did that.
I was waiting for it.
It's so ghetto that you did that.
I'm sorry, Nicki needs to be put in her place.
It's not a good look, man. Guys, like, let's just be real.
It's very sad, but again, and I think that people want to forget, Cardi is hood.
Yes.
She's from the hood.
Yes.
You took
Nicki
her
claimed to be from the hood.
And you took her. You made her your princess, but that does not change her ways.
Nope.
And the one thing that you never do in life is speak about somebody's kids.
Nope.
Well, what was said about her kid? I mean,
apparently
I think
she implied, from what I have been made to understand, is that she had liked a tweet or like retweeted something about welcoming Kodak home and knowing that Kodak was like a sexual predator, and saying, like, questioning Cardi's efficiency as a mother, like saying, like, why would you welcome this man home knowing that he's a pervert and you got a daughter? You see what I'm saying? Like, he's a sexual predator. And she basically was like, all right, when I see you, you're going to catch this fade.
Yes.
Nicki doesn't know
she
her
sure enough did deliver that message.
But the thing is, apparently in the video, Cardi said, come here, and Nicki was like, I ain't going.
She said, come here, bitch. Come here. Come here.
Coming
Keep playing with me. Keep playing with me.
But again, what do you expect?
But guys, I'm more concerned about the perception that
hip-hop gets?
Well, no, not even, because I mean, they're always going to embrace
women?
him. Yeah.
Right.
Did you see the message that Cardi B put?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which she did not take down?
She didn't take it down. She's not taking
She's not taking that down.
She's not taking that down.
You was ready to you threw your shoe at somebody.
And she took a picture of the shoe.
And had a lump in her, like,
yeah, well, she got hit by
they're saying that the security had elbowed her. Like,
they're saying it wasn't a girl.
No,
it was the girl.
It definitely wasn't Nicki Minaj who did it. Yeah,
no, definitely not.
Nicki
They
said
say
she didn't go nowhere.
They say it was her road dog.
Here's what Cardi B said on her Instagram. She says, "I've let a lot of shit slide. I let you sneak diss me. I let you lie on me. I let you attempt to stop my bags. Fuck up the way I eat. You threatened other artists in the industry. Told them if they work with me, you'll stop fucking with me. I let you talk big shit about me. I addressed you once in person. I addressed you a second time in person. And every time you copped a plea. But when you mention my child, you choose to like comments about me as a mother. Oh, that's what it is. Make comments about my ability to take care of my daughter is when all bets are fucking off. I've worked so hard and come too far to let anybody fuck with my success. Bitches be talking all that shit in they raps, but in real life they pussy."
Yeah. Nicki's from
really
Southside. She let Southside down, bro.
No,
she let Southside down, bro.
She ain't Southside.
She ain't Southside.
She wasn't. And Nicki was still trolling, because after that, she put up a video of, like, her face and her, like, you're trolling, but you've been trolling. And that's the same thing that Remy said about her. Remy,
did you see
Remy
that
said
on
all the same
Whitney?
things that Cardi said. Remy said it. Like, listen, it's not what she does in the public. It's what she does behind the scenes that makes you want to
give him some examples
her.
of what she said.
Who?
Remy Ma.
Oh, it's on the video. I can't
Yes,
remember
Remy Ma was basically saying that, you know, when it comes to, like, she would stop Remy Ma from coming in the red carpet. She would go around making sure people and paid people to make sure that they gave bad reviews on her album. And Remy Ma said when it comes to the situation when you stop her, quote, bag or stop the money and stop her success with feeding her children, she got a problem with it.
She got a problem.
It's true. I mean, if that's not alleged, if it's true, Cardi shady.
That's insecurity shit.
That's shady.
It is. And my whole thing is, you're in this music industry, so your music should speak for you. And I feel like, you know, her album is not doing as well, but where are your barbs to buy your album?
When's the last time when's the last time Nicki Minaj came out with a Billboard hit? I don't know. Exactly my point. That's one. Two,
Chun-Li.
They warned her.
Chun-Li.
Well, how long ago was that?
The summer.
It was the summer, yeah.
It's the summer?
It was the spring. The spring into summer.
Yeah.
Okay.
The thing summer. She came out with 2 back-to-back, Barbie Dreams and
yes,
not Barbie Dreams.
yes.
2 of them. It was Chun-Li and another one that she had.
Well, the beef between her and Remy Ma was
last, and Remy Ma
murdered
her.
Yes. The problem is like Nicki Minaj has this perception now, like, you're beefing with everybody that's in your way, and they're not even paying you any mind. You're beefing with Travis Scott just because he outsold you. And why do you have a problem with that?
And you spoke about his kid, like, oh, she just showed the girlfriend and the kid. Like, why do you always need to talk about somebody's kid? Like,
that's
you know what I'm saying? Like, leave the kids out of it. Like, that has nothing to do with you. And what Kylie did, she's supposed to do for her man. Like, it is what it is.
That's the ideal situation. Like,
well, she's got blacklisted for a little bit too, because remember when they told her, you know, there was rumors that the record companies told her not to mess with Meek Mill, and Meek Mill was a liability. She decided to go for it anyway, and then afterwards, when that happened, you know what happened with her.
Right.
So then came Cardi B. Cardi B was a little shaky in the front, and then afterwards she came to Princess, and she got better at her craft. I mean, think about it. Nicki's been there for a very, very long time. She's been rapping since she was in Southside. Yeah. She was doing underground work. Cardi B's never rapped. She was stripping. Okay? From stripping to hip-hop.
And she exploded.
From hip-hop to doing soundtracks for commercials, big-time companies, being an actress on top of that, and also being in major talk shows like crazy. So, I mean, you got to give it to Cardi. She worked hard.
She's the problem is,
but there's a problem, though. Like, there's always this thing where people have this belief that two female MCs can't coexist in the same plane, when in reality can. But then when you beef at a New York Fashion Week event like that,
the two Trinidadians,
you are basically confirming that premise.
The two Trinidadians.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you are basically confirming, they can't coexist.
It's true, but this is my thing, right? I totally understand where you guys are coming from 110%. But when you go about speaking about people's kids, you get a whole nother level of, and on top of that, Cardi has not been in this game a long time. She has not been groomed. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Back in the day, your A&R, the people you had handlers. Nowadays, you don't have handlers. Nowadays, do you remember back in the day being able to speak to a celebrity on a social network? Now you had to write letters to the
fan mail.
You had to write fan mail to Atlantic Records and this and that. Now you could just literally tweet them and they'll hit you back. Yes. That never happened back in the day. Now you have literally a one-on-one experience where these people follow you. You think you know them. There's no grooming. There's no this is what you say. This is what you don't say. Right. People love the fact that only Cardi B speaks Ebonics. They love it. They can't get enough of it.
But
like they love it.
Mind you, Cardi, she's more intelligent than I even realized. She speaks a couple of languages. Yes. French, obviously, Spanish.
And Cardi's well versed. Cardi went to college.
Yes.
But again, when you have this whole listen, people with education, that does not mean they're not hood. Correct. And they can't. You can never really give up where you come from.
A lot of educated people are coming from the hood.
Listen, and people don't realize all bets are off when you mention someone's child.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Even people who are not quote unquote ghetto, when you mention somebody's child, women be ready to drag people.
It's a different.
This ain't over. I can tell you that.
This is not over from a long shot. They better hope that Met Gala next year. They gotta keep them separate.
There's a problem now. I think that being that Cardi B was the aggressor, she's probably not invited anymore. She's probably not even allowed anymore.
Maybe who you talking about? Harper Bazaar and never put who on the cover? Nicki or Cardi? Cardi out here smashing records. Nicki can't take anyone else getting any shine at all.
Yes, and that's a fact.
No,
she just can't.
She has a major insecurity now. It's becoming shown. But here's the thing now. Maybe Cardi B is not going to be invited to these things. Maybe she will. You never know.
No, I don't think so.
Well, you never know.
Right.
But the fact that a lot more artists are going to be coming in and co-signing what Nicki has done to her, that could be a situation with Nicki.
Yeah, and they just launched. And Tom Ford just launched Cardi's lipstick. Tom Ford.
What? Really?
Nicki's smart. I'm sorry, Cardi. Cardi's very smart. Cardi's very smart.
This right here is gonna make them love Cardi. The way she walked
That's why she'll
out
be
of
invited.
Harper's Bazaar,
you know why?
With that lump on her head, she's gonna get invited to
everything. That's one.
You have no shame. You walked out there barefoot.
Exactly. And if you have somebody like Tom Ford co-signing for you and you're getting a lot of endorsements, the money that you're going to be valued at, you think she's not going to be invited to a gala?
Right. Corinne, say it again. I'm snatching wigs if you talk about my child. Exactly.
No, I agree with that. I totally agree with that.
You cannot expect people to do whatever and think that it's going to be okay.
To be fair, Corinne is just straight violent. So
I mean, I would love to see that violence if somebody talk about your child, though.
I mean,
they deserve it. They are innocent and they can't defend themselves. There's no reason why they should be mentioned in the topic of conversation.
Corinne in general is like abusive.
You stop it.
I'm being so serious. What is the domestic violence line?
You're going to get that Cardi B lump in your head tonight. You keep talking, bro.
What is that number?
He's about to get that Cardi B lump in his head.
Yo, what? I'm going to start coming in with shades like, yo, don't ask. I don't want to talk about it. It was my fault.
She's only going to start beating you after we leave.
Sure, we got the belt ready.
No, she's been beating me. It's quite embarrassing.
The Haitian whip with the 3 lashes on it.
Yeah.
No, the Martinette.
It's not even cool anymore, man. All right, Sunday morning breakfast. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll sign out pretty much. It's already 11:38.
Oh my gosh, already?
Time flies. Sunday
We
morning.
didn't even speak about Matt Barnes.
What about what happened with Matt Barnes?
Oh, you didn't see what happened with his wife? His ex-wife?
No, what happened with
crazy. She lost custody of the kids. They gave it to Matt.
She fell right into the trap, took the bait.
Wow.
She put the children in danger. That was
He's
it.
come a long way. I'll tell you that much.
His anger actually reversed to hers now.
People thought he was the crazy one.
Oh, no. He's crazy people are smart. He got what he wanted.
Crazy people. Well, good point. All right, Sunday morning breakfast. We'll be right back. All right, Sunday morning breakfast. So, guess who's where's Crystal? Is she okay?
She's about to go. She's about to go to your room for a second.
Oh my God.
Well,
man.
love it.
That's the second time today you did that to me.
Yeah, it's fun. I did that last week too. Like, Bino was on stage.
Nobody was here last week. It was Labor Day.
Oh yeah, that's right. We were here.
Wow,
I mean, the
she
week
definitely
before
put you in check there.
I mean, Jesus.
Check and balance there.
Guess who's reconciled their differences though? Drake and Meek, yo. Clap it up, man.
Meek has to. Meek, he needs them sales, man.
The guy I follow from Philly was like, thank God, I was so tired of lying and saying that Drake was whack, but I'm from Philly, so I had to hold on. He said, thank God, I was so tired of saying he was whack. That is hilarious.
That is hilarious.
I think a lot of people in Philly were feeling that way, like, yo, God damn, I love that song.
Yeah,
but I can't like this.
They wanted to do Kiki, Do You Love Me? But they didn't want to do that in Philly.
Oh my God, yeah, man. So this is what actually Drake mentioned it on Instagram. He says this really gave me peace of mind tonight. Healing and moving forward created one of the most electric and gratifying moments of my career. At Meat Mill, I'm happy that you are home and we could find our way back to our joint purpose.
Interesting.
Yeah, because Drake killed you.
Yo, chill. No, we don't talk about
He
that.
did. Come on, he
No,
did.
no, we leave it alone. We leave it alone. Jay and Nas reconcile. Meek and Drake. We got this. Everything's good now. Let's not mess it up.
But what the new beats that are happening now?
Well, we don't care about those.
You don't care about Eminem?
Well, the Eminem one, they're dope. I like Eminem.
Did you listen to the album?
Yes, I did.
Yes, I did too. Pretty good.
Here's the thing, though. As far as Joe Budden's concerned. Now, don't get me wrong. Joe Budden's
Stay
doing his
calm in
thing.
that dude, man.
You can't
Budden's
respond,
a lyricist.
but you can't respond to a diss on a podcast. You all right, bars, fam. You can't tell me you've been better than a person for 10 years without putting it in a rhyme.
Well, here's the thing with Joe Budden. Did you see the last battle rap that he had?
Yes, that was terrible.
Yeah, it was bad.
Yeah.
And
He lost, right?
yeah, he lost. Yeah, they booed him afterwards because he literally hit home.
Right now, Bino's in Vegas. Like, why are they talking about rap battle when I'm not there? Why?
I had to watch that battle though. That battle, I thought Joe Budden was going to win.
He has not made one comment as yet.
Wow.
No, he's definitely sipping on that wine and running for president right now.
First of all, you don't drink wine. That's not him.
I mean, he's in Vegas. Anything. Well, whatever happens there, it's gonna
Well,
stay. He's not gonna tell us anyway.
yeah. Yo, Bino, man, let us know what's going on in Vegas, man. Oh man.
But Machine Gun Kelly.
Yeah, he did. He took his shots. He did his thing.
I gotta give it to him.
Yeah, he did his thing. I'll give
He's
it
a
to him.
whack job to me, but this song was pretty good.
MGK, the reason why Eminem went after him is because he talked about his underage daughter.
Yes.
Like, what's up with these people taking shots at kids, man? Like,
I don't know.
But like saying that she looked good, like she was a child when it came out. She was like 16.
Everybody needs to chill out.
Yeah,
don't mention kids. Like that's crossing the line, man. Leave that shit alone.
Yeah.
All right, man. So listen, yes, we have 2 more shows. Crystal, you will not be here next week. Is that correct?
No, I will be in Barbados.
You were traveling so where'd you go? First off, how was your uncle, your father? Who was you? That was the person that was sick.
Yes, my not my father. My uncle. He's 95. So
yeah.
If I can get a chance to see him, they was like the flight to Barbados was like $350, and then I had a credit of $150, so it was like $200.
That's how much. That's how you know she travels a lot because she got credit.
Yeah.
What's
so
up?
I was like, let me just take it. So I'm staying there from Thursday until Monday, and you know what I'm saying? Like I'll do whatever we do in the West Indies.
Maybe I gotta start traveling more, man.
Yeah.
I gotta start trying. I work too hard, man.
Like, listen, I'm gonna be walking myself to the beach for 3 days. Like, walking to the beach and walking back home and having a cold Banks beer or something.
I want to ask Voice. Like, Voice, after this beautiful show is done, what are you gonna be doing with your Sunday morning?
Working. Working.
He's gonna be doing his own show on his desk.
I'm developing a team, man. I got to make sure that the money is right, and plus we just get the accolades of being number one.
This is the T-Mobile podcast.
That's right.
So what time did you get to work this morning?
Oh God, jeez.
Not this work because we know you were late.
Oh yeah, that was like probably 7.
Yo,
as soon as I'm done, I gotta go back.
Yo, let's ask the thread. What do you think we should do after this, though?
Work together still.
Let's ask the thread. The thread might be like
they want a damn show.
Yeah, what do you want us to do? So what do you think each of us should be doing?
They want a damn show.
The thread might be like, thank God this shit is over.
No, I don't know about the hate. Well, the hate that we got.
Damn sunglasses. Preach wearing that T-Mobile T-shirt.
No,
not Preach, not you. I mean
Voice. Yes,
not you.
T-Mobile. No, Preach is about to wear the T-Mobile.
No, I'm good.
You are?
Cable's by the way, cable's coming to T-Mobile soon.
No, I'm good.
Be on the lookout. Don't worry. When 5G comes out and you see that cable bill is like $20, you'll be like,
wait.
Can we talk about my cable bill?
My cable bill.
My cable bill is about $240 a month.
Now, when it drops down to $20,
the only reason why I have cable is for my mother. That's the only reason.
But listen, let me tell you something. I would try to switch over, but your service is bad.
No, it's not.
Yo, T-Mobile.
Talk to me. Go ahead, talk to me.
It's pretty bad.
What?
I'm sorry, son.
What?
I'm sorry.
He's had it since December. He complains once a week.
Yo, this shit is pretty bad, son. Like a cloud passes by. Yo, what the hell? I lost reception.
Hello.
I don't believe it.
Well, hello.
Well, I was talking to you. I had no service. You called me this morning. I was like,
yeah, that was your line, man.
Yeah, but remember, there's no service in here.
We have Wi-Fi here.
Yeah, but the phone is not by Wi-Fi. That's why I FaceTimed you.
Well, yeah, man. Like, there's just so many changes going on, man. And
oh, now you got 4 bars.
Oh, absolutely.
Is this building? Don't worry. There must be a T-Mobile wire in here.
Listen, that gives us more accolade.
But I want to see some shows from some of our thread, man. I think some of the people on our thread need to team up and do their own thing.
For real.
You know what I'm saying?
Carol and Trinity, the Trini invasion. That'd be dope.
Marshall Montana starts off the show.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh my God. Yeah, they got to do a show. I know we should give Trini Man his own spinoff.
Yes.
it would have the writing on the bottom of it, like the
Oh,
closed caption.
you'd have to. So it can be translated.
Subtitles in English.
Lad.
How come a fum fum?
Yeah.
Corinne should have her own show.
Yes.
Yeah, that'd be.
Oh, that'd be entertaining.
No,
Actually,
wouldn't stop.
You, the life of Corinne and preach. Oh my God.
No, you
Or
guys.
you
The
see
domestic
his
disputes?
shoes flying across the room. What did I tell you, preach?
Yo, y'all do not want to see that.
Oh, I'd be
That
entertained.
is-
Maybe me and Big Zaddy can have a show.
No.
Yeah,
No,
I'm sorry, I don't know if we can support that one.
No.
It's gonna be too.
I
late.
literally
we
be
need
standing at him
drama.
like this whole time, like.
Yeah, that's gonna be the whole show.
No, that's the we don't.
And
That's
Big
not,
Zaddy, Big
that's-
Zaddy.
That's not. Hey, you gonna look at you like, why are you looking at me for? Like, what's wrong with you? Nah, we don't need that show. That's
Please,
crazy.
he already wants to zip my lips. I don't think he could take 2 hours straight. Sometimes I just be talking to him, and I'm like, "You want me to shop?" Now he'd be like, "Yeah." So okay. I just have so much to tell him.
What do you have to tell him?
I have to tell him everything. Like, I have to tell him what happens on the day outside. Like, I get so excited to talk to him.
That's a woman. That's a woman thing. I don't know
I
if that's
literally
just
need to talk to him. Like, I literally pull on his ears to make sure he's like listening to me. Yeah, I know it's bad.
No,
I'm a tad.
I'm sorry, bro.
My Beast says a traveling show?
Yeah, I really. So I'm going to.
Yeah, that's a really good
It's
idea.
a really great idea. Thank you. I am going to Thailand and Hong Kong in November.
Okay.
Yeah, you definitely need to do it. Yeah, that
Right?
makes sense.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Yeah,
People
right?
will be interested in what the culture looks like over there.
I'm gonna invest in a GoPro, and I'm gonna really.
Well, you were doing that before.
record. Well,
you're
I
doing
haven't
live shots in Facebook.
Yeah, I do live shots, but I think now I'm gonna do like a whole, like I'm gonna turn my blog more into not just product, but about like life and
Even better.
and traveling and stuff like that, and giving people tips of where to when they travel, what to do.
And you have what they call
Like black
iMovie.
girls, like what you need. What do you need
Yes.
for your hair products in different, because
Yeah, no,
sometimes
that's a
you
great
go and
idea.
you
Use your
like,
iMovie. You
That's
could
a really
turn that
good-
into an actual
That's a
reality
really
show with
good
your
idea.
iMovie. You're just in a background. Yeah.
So, boy, so you're gonna do like a swinger, swinging,
The Life
show?
and Times of Voice.
Swing Fest live.
Le voir.
Le voir.
Fat Rhymes and Dimes.
Fat rhyming. You already thought of a name? Yes, Corinne Lifestyle, correct.
Yo, yeah.
So those of you that don't know what that is.
Somebody
I gotta look
said
up to research
Bino's
to find out.
Timberland Adventures. A traveling show with Bino. Where's Bino going that we need to see him traveling? Vegas? This would have been a good one.
Yeah, this one be good.
It would have been the
He's
view
running.
from the Tim. Because
View
now
from the
he has
Tims.
on the Tim slippers in the hotel room.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah,
He's running for
yeah.
president.
Those are nice. Those are nice.
He's
Yeah, man.
he's
Like,
running for
look,
office.
we'll see if we have our own spinoffs, man. Like, we.
Are you gonna let me hold the studio for free
I'm gonna let you hold the studio. What do you need to do?
when I do my my spinoff?
What is your spinoff?
I think I'm gonna just do like a podcast about traveling. When I travel.
You're gonna have more than one person,
You
right?
need to do visuals. You don't need to do a podcast about it.
Why you don't want to hear me?
He
talk
done.
No,
Well,
you
heard
know.
me
you
talk
getting
for
yourself
2
a
years
sale?
and
What-
now-
why do
now
I
all of a
wanna-
sudden You got an issue?
Let me ask you a question. What's more interesting, looking at you in Thailand or listening about you in Thailand?
I mean,
all right
you
then.
know.
Like that goes for anybody. Anthony
You can try to not hear me
Bourdain.
speak.
Anthony
Yeah.
Bourdain didn't
Yeah.
do a podcast on, hey, I tried this meal out. You should try it too.
I'm actually gonna get some ideas about what to do when I go to town.
Watch him. It's good. You're gonna watch the final
good.
episode,
I'm
sir?
excited about Hong Kong too.
I feel like we should all travel one time. Like we
A
all.
reality show trying to get Preach to go to church. Exactly, because he promised me he was going to go to church with me, and that was 2 years ago. And he hasn't gone yet.
Would that be entertaining, Preach? No comment. Okay. Well,
No, it's gonna be entertaining me
No, he's not-
elbowing
he's not
him
saying
every
anything
time
at
he
all.
got something to roll his eyes about.
Listen,
Preach is thinking about the next segment right
Carol
now.
says she's getting a Carol says she's getting a Manny and Petty. Don't try to put on the music. That's why she can't comment.
Well,
This was the fastest 2 hours ever.
yeah, Rose. Ooh, I just got a notification that Florence is gonna become more powerful. It's heading towards us.
Florence?
So yeah,
oh, that's the tornado.
Well,
That's the
can it be,
hurricane.
Can it be done by the time I gotta go?
I don't know, but they're saying this could be
our.
our next Sandy again. So we need to be careful, everybody.
Oh no.
Yep.
And what's
And there's 2 more storms. Africa's just shitting out
And-
storms.
and
It's
it's-
just literally.
and Sandy was around the same time.
Yep.
Yes.
Oh shit.
Africa is shitting out storms and just coming right for us.
And it's funny
Said,
because that's the
"Fuck
way
America."
it went the way the slave trade goes.
Yep.
But people never remember
It's like,
that.
yeah,
Right.
exactly.
Right.
The same pathway.
But we
They
won't
said,
talk about
F
that.
America. F the Caribbean. F everybody.
All right, let's do our shout outs. Boys, you can start the shout outs, sir.
Shout outs to a couple people. First and foremost, shout outs to Elon Musk, man. Did you see that video that he had when he was smoking
that-
weed on that
look at that
podcast?
blunt.
Oh
Right.
my goodness. He was just taking a joint like it was nothing. Now because of that, the stocks have gone down. They want to take him out.
That's the dumbest thing ever.
No, he's definitely not going anywhere. He's revolutionized the car industry, and that sell alone is going to make him a multi-billionaire. Shout outs to Miss Laria Michelle. She came from the island of Barbados and now became a citizen of the United States because she knows what's coming soon. So
but
those
I
of
hope
y'all,
you still have your Bajan citizenship.
oh, she got dual.
She's doing.
Take that knee now because they don't kick your ass out late anymore. Shout outs to the House Hunter. Shout out to Miss Barbie. Shout outs to Agamemnon, who's doing a nice little pop-in shop right now in Southside, Jamaica. Go ahead and tune in. I'm probably going to pass by later. Shout outs to Oceanside. I'm going to be back over there. And that's all I got.
That means clean up what y'all doing right now.
Oh, there's an auditor coming in. We got to make sure. For those of you that don't know, there's going to be an announcement on the 12th for the new iPhone. So stay tuned. We got to prepare for that. So it's going to be probably like $1,500 to $200, probably $2,000. You never know.
Jesus Christ.
They're just making the price more and more expensive.
All right, Crystal, go ahead.
I want to shout out all the people that are on my thread today. That are a family friend. Sandra's on here. Stacy Ziegler, Maya B, John Crotty, Sonja, Kenny. I appreciate you guys listening. My cousin Lynn, my best friend Kellyanne. So I thank you guys for listening. Big Daddy, I love you.
Of course, yeah. It's the reality show guy.
Who wants to do Bino's shout outs?
Shout outs to Sweet Mama.
You know what I'm saying?
What's the shout out to all the? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody. You know, listening to all of that.
Right on the money. Shout outs to Vegas too. Make sure you get back home safe, brother. And watch out for that jet lag.
Shout out to fam. Shout out to the house. Special birthday shout out goes to Teresa out in Philadelphia. Happy birthday to her.
Oh, happy birthday.
Yes.
Shout out to everybody, man. Shout out to Thread. 2 more shows left, so don't miss out, man. Last show we'll definitely have some surprises. And, yeah, this is it, man. Sunday morning breakfast. We are out of here. Peace.